Now for Preston.
Is this already recording?
Yeah, I just started broadcasting it.
Okay. I forgot my paper at home at school because I left my notebook. So
Okay. Well, well,
I don't really know. I guess I'll look at your guys' stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just go through the problems and explain them and talk about them.
All right.
So, number 1 was explain the steps to constructing an angle bisector, sketching the diagram, since you don't have a compass. So, I guess I just explained how to do an angle bisector in words. I don't know if that's what she wanted. And then drew an example, but okay. So I said with a compass, you would draw any size circle around the vertex of the angle, and then use the 2 points where the circle meets the sides of the angle to draw 2 more circles from each point using the same length as the first circle. And where the 2 circles meet, that is the point you connect the vertex with to make the line for the bisector. If that makes sense.
That's pretty much what I had, but obviously I don't have my paper, so.
All right. Any other discussion?
Is that what you had, Preston?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing as I had too.
All right.
Did she want a diagram with it?
I just drew what an angle bisector was, but
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. She said sketching the diagram, so I just
Yeah.
drew an example too.
And then the next one you have to sketch a diagram. I didn't get the next one.
Yeah, I was a little not super okay. So we have angle BAD, but then there's ray AB. So does that ray just this is what I did. Does ray AB just like go off of angle ABD or BAD?
Yeah, that's what I don't get, because it's ray AB that's supposed to be the bisector ray, right?
Yeah.
But then the angle is BAD, so how is like the leftmost point going to be B and then the ray point going to be B too? I don't get it. Like,
I
can you show it?
Yeah, show it.
Wait, no, I don't.
Yeah,
your
so
paper.
I drew the angle. Okay. So I don't have my phone. I use my Chromebook. But I drew the angle, and then I was like, well, if it's AB, I guess it goes along here, but it's bisecting, and a bisecting goes through the angle, right?
Right, it's supposed to go through the angle to where it splits it in half, I thought.
Right, but wouldn't you want to use a different letter? That's really confusing.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like she should have done like a different letter instead of B.
Yeah.
Wait, what were the letters for all the points?
So we had angle BAD, but then the ray was AB, which is two of the same.
Would it go through both A's?
What?
Right, yeah, it would have to
if you put AB and then the first you would put the ray through point A on the angle. Is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure though.
Right, but yeah, that makes sense. But the problem is that the second point on the ray has to be B.
Oh,
it's not like AC.
Right.
Gotcha.
Like I don't know if you can see this or not.
Mm.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't wonder. I wonder if it's like a typo or something. But
right.
That wouldn't be bisecting.
Right. I did it to where the bisector. Okay, so you have like, I don't know how to explain this. All right, so the bigger angle, like the full angle, I didn't label the top left point. I did BAD and then drew another ray off to the left to make it so that AB does bisect that bigger angle. But that bigger angle is just angle AD. So like I don't know. We can ask her about that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just confusing. Okay, well,
what did you
unanswerable on that one, I guess. So move on.
What did you get for 3?
Okay. Oh, I got some weird numbers. I got 130. Okay, they don't match up, but I got 113.8 and 65.9.
I got close to that. I got 114 and 66. So
Okay,
like,
you're probably more right than I am. Well,
like you probably rounded it different than me.
I was just confused because you have so supplement means it's 180 degrees.
Yep.
Two angles.
So what I did was okay, so it says 3x plus 5, right? And then
Right.
6x minus 8. I did the equation that I did was 3x plus 5 plus 6x minus 8 equals 180.
Yes.
And then you simplify that, and then I got x equals 20.33 repeating. You get
Yeah.
that? All right.
Yeah.
And then I rounded that. I plugged that into the calculator, and it gave me even answers. I don't know how you got the decimals, or maybe a different method.
That sounds similar to what I did when I did it last night.
I rounded before. I think my problem was I rounded 20.3 instead of doing 20.3 repeating times 9.
Yeah, that's the problem. So you did x equals 20.3.
Yes.
Like you just round. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know which one she's looking for, but we got basically the same answer, then, just different rounding.
I think she wants us to round towards the end because today in class when she did the examples and they were like when she did like the square roots, she added all the square roots and then squared it before squaring it and rounding it and then adding all of them together.
Yeah.
So probably towards the end.
Yeah. All right, what did you get for 4?
I got, let's see, 6 answers?
6 answers? All right.
Well,
I only got,
what did you get?
well, initially I just put 1 answer, but now that I'm looking at it, that doesn't really make much sense. So there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Wouldn't there be 8?
Maybe. Well, okay.
Okay.
Here's Zeke. I don't know if you remember this one, but so name all the rays in the diagram, and there are 4 points on the line for the ray. W, X, Y, and Z.
Name the 6 that you got.
I had W, Z, W, Y, W, X, X, Y, X, Z, and Y, Z. Without any repeats, unless there's something I'm missing.
I see. So, but a ray doesn't have to have 2 points necessarily. It just has to have one endpoint, right?
Yeah. There's one endpoint and then it continues forever.
Infinitely. So like ray W could be either W and then going off to the left infinitely, or W and then going off to the right.
I see. Yeah, okay. I didn't think about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
okay, that would make sense, yes. So then you would have all the individual ones too, correct? Like just W or just X?
yeah, but you have to make sure that when you say ray W that she knows which ray you're talking about, because ray W could be W and then continuing to the left infinitely, or W continuing to the right infinitely.
How do you?
So for the one that continues right, say like WZ, so that she has like 2 points.
Yes. Okay.
What's that, Zeke?
I was gonna say, but if you just want one, never mind. That makes sense now. I thought, yeah, I get that.
Right.
And I wasn't thinking about it now, but now that you bring that up, so could it go the other way around too? If you wanted to go the other direction, so then ZY is also a possibility?
ZY, yeah, that's a possibility.
Okay.
But then like you have to be careful because ZY would be the same as ZX. That's the exact same ray. It's just different points on the ray.
That's, yeah.
Because like it's still starting with Z and continuing it infinitely. It's just like defined differently. So you would only write that once. So you'd have to choose either to do ZY or ZX or ZW.
That makes sense.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well.
All right, I got to write these down real quick.
So, okay. I guess here, I'll erase what I had then. So WZ, and then like you said, like WY would be the exact same thing. But then we
Right.
could have XZ, because that's starting from a new point,
Yep.
and then YZ. And then just the exact opposite. So ZW.
But then you'd also have just ray Z that starts at Z and then continues to the right. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
it does. And then ZW and YW and XW, and then just W.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I got at least.
All right. I think that's it then, right? So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we have 9 total.
7. I got 8 total. All right. I'll list mine.
All right.
I got just plain old W ray.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got XW. Then I got YW.
Mm-hmm.
ZY. WX. XY. YZ. And then Z.
Wait.
So, like, what's the one that you got that I didn't get then?
I was up with you until a point. Okay, so I have.
Because, like, we could have labeled them differently for the same ray, too. Because there's, like, multiple combinations that you could have done.
Right, like. Yeah.
So, I guess, like, theoretically, I think there should be 8. Because there's 4 points. And 4 doubled is 8. Like, I don't know where that extra ray would come from. So, just look over your answers and see if there's any that could have been repeated.
Oh, I see what I did. When I erased the last set I was doing, I didn't erase it completely, and I wrote the exact same thing right below it.
Oh, okay.
So I do have 8, yes.
All right, got it. All right, does anybody have any questions on this then?
I think it was just the 2 that was kind of confusing, but.
Yeah, we can ask her about that too, because like I don't understand where that could even be possible. Like I don't know what she's looking for there.
Yeah.
All right, we
All
good?
right.
Is
I
there
think
something
so.
that we have to submit to show that we did this?
Yeah, I watched the video for how to do the Hangouts, and when we stop broadcasting, there's like a shareable link, and I'll send that to her in the
Okay, so you
submission
got it then.
with our names. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
See ya.